Okay, so I'm gonna start off saying that the guitar is tuned down. It's tuned half step down. Okay, so it's not standard. If you want to use a standard, it's gonna sound good. But if you want to play on the backing track with the original sound, you need to tune half step down. So the main chords that we're gonna use, it's in this tuning. We're gonna use A sharp, C minor, and G sharp, and we're gonna start doing then A sharp, C minor, go back to A sharp, and then G sharp. And we're going to use the same chords throughout the whole song, okay? So now with the main intro, what we are going to do, it's the following. We're going to do that. So you're going to go, I'm going to go a little bit fast on this, because if I explain note by note in slow tempo, it's gonna take like 2 hours. It's gonna be a 2-hour tutorial, and I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go really fast, and if you need to check it again, just go backwards. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the G string 11, slide to 13, okay, then 12 on the B string, and then go to 14 on the B string, and we're gonna do 3 bends. Okay? And then we're gonna do 1 more bend, and then do the release and pull off to 12. Okay? And then 11 on the G string. We're gonna do that. 11 bend, like going to 13 bend. Do the release and then strike three times, and then we're gonna do that. 11 slide to 9 on the D string, slide to 9, then 9 on the G string, 11 on the G string, and then 11 we do a bend, we kill the bend, and then do the release, strike 11. And then the 11 again and do the bend. Let's go slow tempo. Okay, so it's bend, release without hearing the release. 11, kill the note, pre-bend, 11 again, and then we do that. When we are doing the bend, we just strike again, do the release, pull off to 9, 11 on the D string, and then we do that. Go to the B string to the 9 position. We strike 1 time, hammer on to 11, pull off back to 9, then 9 on the G string, and then we go to 12 on the B string, and we do a bend. Let's go one more time in slow tempo. I'm sorry. And to finish, we do that, we just slide. Okay, so now during the verse, you can do 2 things. One, you can only use the chords, or you just can do the arrangements. Okay. Now on the main song, the arrangements are kind of hidden. We cannot listen to them very well. So I filled some of them. Some parts I just filled with the same notes. So you can choose to learn this part and then try to make something of your own. That would be a good idea. I'm going to show you what I did on the demonstration, and then you can choose if you want to use it or just do something different. Now right here on the screen, you can skip the verses part and then just go to the next section. Okay, so now what we're going to do, if you want to do the licks, we're just going to do this chord. Okay, so which is the same thing right here. Okay, same thing we did before. It's C minor, then A, and G sharp. Okay, same thing with it right here. Same thing. So we're gonna start doing the following. We're gonna do something like that. So we're gonna do 9 on the E string, 11 on the A string, and then we're gonna go to G and D, D string, strike both at the same time on the 9 position. Okay, both at the same time, and do a hammer on to 11 of the G string, and a pull off back to 9, and then strike 9 on the D string. Then go to 9 on the A string, and then 4 on the 9 on the D string, hammer on to 11 and pull off back to 9. Same movement. Then strike 9 on the A string, and then 7 on the A string. Then we do that. It's second position on the A string, hammer on to 4, then 4, hammer on to 6 on the D string, and then 4 on the G string, hammer on to 6, pull off back to 4, 6 on the D string, and then 4 on the G string. That's the shape. Then we're gonna do that. So it's 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, and we're gonna use use both a lot throughout the whole song. Then 4, 6, and then 5 on the B string, hammer on to 7, pull off back to 5. Then 6 on the G string, 4 on the D string, 4 and 4 on the G and on the D at the same time, and then the second position on the G and on the D. Let's go one more time. Then we're going to do that. On the G string, second, hammer on to 4, pull off back to the second position, and then 4 on the D string, then 4 on the G string, hammer on to 6, pull off, and 6 on the D string. One more time. Okay, so next movement. We're gonna do that. So it's 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, and then again the same thing. 5, hammer on to 7 on the B string, and then pull off back to 5. Then 6 on the G string, 4 on the D string, 4 and 4 at the same time, and then second we did the same thing before, and then we're gonna do that. So it's second on the A string, then second on the D string, hammer on to 4, then second on the D string again, and then 4 on the A, pull off back to second, and then 4 again. Now when the last note it's ringing, we're gonna go 5 on the B string, and then we're gonna do second on the A string, 4 on the D, 4 on the G, and then open on the A string and second on the D and on the D. Same chords we did before. Let's go one more time. And we're gonna finish the section doing that. It's 4, slide to 6, okay, on the D string, and then on the B string, we're gonna do 5, slide to 7, and slide to 5. Now the next movement. It's pretty much the same thing. It's 4 on the A string, 6, and then 5 and 6 at the same time on the B and on the G. Then second, 4 and 4, and then open, 2 and 2. gonna do that. 4 again on the D string, 4 slide to 6, then 5 and 4 on the B and on the G string, strike both at the same time, and then strike again both at the same time. We're gonna do a slide to the 7 position on the B string and the 6 on the G string, and then slide back to 5 and 4. Okay, so the next movement after the thing we did before, we're going to do the following. We're going to do that. So after that, we're just going to wait a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to do that. It's on the D string, hammer on to 6, and then on the G string, hammer on to 6, and then pull off back to 4. Again the same thing. Then 6 on the D string, then 4 and 4 on the G and on the D, and second and second on the D and on the G again. And then we do that. It's on the A string, second, hammer on to 4, then second on the D string, and then on the G string, we're gonna go 4, slide to 6, and then 4 again on the G string. One more time. Now the next movement. We're gonna do something like that. So again, the same thing, 4, 6, and 5 and 6 on the B and on the G. Then second, 4 and 4, and then open 2 and 2. And now what we're gonna do, it's different. With it's a new section. We're gonna do that. So what I would recommend would be doing a bar on the B string and on the G string, both at the same times. But we only are going to strike on the B string, on the second position. So we strike the B string, hammer on to 5, and then pull off back to the second. And as soon as we finish that part, we strike the second fret on the G string. That's why we make a bar. Okay. Then 4 on the D string, slide to 6. 4 on the G string, hammer on to 6, pull off back to 4, and then 6 on the D string, and we end that section. One more time. I'm sorry. One more time. And then to finish the first verse, again same thing. Second, 4 and 4, and then G sharp, open, second and second. And we start the first solo. Okay, so with the main solo, the first solo, we're going to do the following. We can do that at the beginning. And then we're going to do 12 and 9, 12 on the B string and 9 on the E string. We're going to do a unison bend, so it's going to be both at the same time, and we do a bend on the second string, on the B string. We do the same thing twice. Now, when we are doing the bend on the second time, we're going to strike 12, we do a release and a pull off to 9 on the B string. After we do the pull off to 9, strike 9 again, 11 on the G string, and then we're going to do a new unison bend with the 9 on the B string and 11 on the G string. The next section, we can do that. It's 11 on the D string, 9 on the G string, and then we go to 11 on the G string and we do a slide to 13. Then 12 on the B string. Now we're gonna go to 14 on the B string, and we're gonna do a bend. Now, and then we do that. That's what we're gonna do. We do a bend, and then we strike again when we are doing the bend. We strike the 14 again, do the release and the pull off to 12, and then we do 14 again, and we do bend again. Let's go one more time. That's the movement. Now what we're gonna do, what we were doing, it's bend like going to 16. Now what we need to do now, it's a bend but like going to 17. Okay? We can do that. So it's 14 bend like going to 16, and then we do the release. And then what we're gonna do, it's we're gonna do a bend twice, but going to 17. Okay? And then bend again, like going to 16, I'm sorry, 17, do the release, and you pull off to 12. One more time. Fourteen again on the B string, and now what we're gonna do? We're gonna do that. So on the 12th on the B string, you're gonna do a bend. We're gonna do the release and strike 12 again. And now what we're gonna do? We're gonna do that to end the main solo. So it's slide to 11 on the D string, 9 on the G string, and then we're gonna go to 11 on the G string. We do a bend. We do 9 on the B string. Okay. Then 9 on the B string, and then 9 on the E string. Then 12 on the B string. We do a bend, and then 9 on the E, 12 on the B, 9 on the B string. Then 11 on the G string, we do a bend, and we do a bar again on the B and on the E string, 9 on the B, 9 on the E, and then 12 on the B, 9 on the B string. One more time. Then we go to 11, we do a bend, a release, and we pull off back to 9. Then 11 on the G string, I'm sorry, on the D string, and to finish, to end this section, we're gonna do that. So 11, we do a bend, we kill the note, so there is no release, and then we go to 9 on the G string. Let's go one more time. And we finish the, we end the first solo. Okay, so second verse. We're gonna do that at the beginning. So it's 4, 6, and 6, then 2, 4, and 4, and then open A string, second and second. We did this section, the same thing, many times before, and then we're gonna do that. So on the D string, 4 slide to 6. Then 4 on the G string, slide to 6, and slide back to 4. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna do that. It's 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, and then we're gonna go 5 on the B string and 4 on the G string, both at the same time. We're gonna strike both, hammer on the B string to the 7th position, pull off back to 5. And then strike 4 on the G string. One more time. That's the movement. Then 4 and 4 on the G and on the D. 2 and 2 and on the G and the D string. Then we're going to do that to finish the section. It's second on the A string, hammer on to 4, then D, second on the D. And then we do that. It's 4 on the G string, 6, slide to 6, and then 4 on the G string. Alright, so the next section, we're going to do the following. gonna do that. So what we're gonna do again, same thing, 4 on the G, on the A string, then 6 on the D, okay, and then 5 on the B string, hammer on to 7, and then pull off back to 5. We're gonna go to 6 on the G string, then 4 on the G string, 4 on the D string, and then we're gonna do open E string, 2nd fret of the B string, and then we're gonna go to 4 on the D string, slide to 6, and to finish that section, we're gonna go to the G string. We're gonna do 4, hammer on to 6, pull off back to 4, and then 4 on the D string, hammer on to 6, and then go to 4 on the G string, and we end that section. Let me show you in slow tempo because it is kind of confusing. That's moving. One more time. And to finish, we're gonna do that. It's 4, 6, and 6. Same thing than before. 2nd fret, 4 and 4, and then G sharp. I'm sorry. Yes, it's G sharp. Then open A string, D, and 2nd fret on the D. We're gonna do that. So slide to the 9th position on the A string, and then 7 on the A string, and 7 on the E string. One more time. Alright, so the next section. We're gonna do that, so it's 4, 6, and 6, same thing than before, 2nd, 4 and 4, open, 2 and 2. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do that, so it's 5, hammer on to 7, pull off back to 5 on the B string, then 6 on the G string, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna do that. So it's 4 on the D string, hammer on to 6, 4 on the G string, then 6, and pull off back to 4. One more time. We're gonna do that. That's moving. And after we finish with the 6, pull off to 4, we have to go to the A string and play and start again with the next section. It's 4, 6, and 5. And that's the next section. So it's 4, 6, 5. Then 2nd, 4 and 4. Same thing we did before. Then open string, open A string, and we're gonna do that. So it's 2nd on the A string, hammer on to 4, then 2nd on the D string, and then go to the D string again, but to the 4 position, and we do 4, hammer on to 6, and then strike on the G on the 4th fret of the G string. And then we go again, 5 on the B string, 4 on the G string, strike both at the same time, slide to the 7 and the 6, and then slide back to 5 and 4. Let's go one more time. One more time. Okay, so the final part of the second verse, we're gonna do the next. And then the solo comes in. So what we're gonna do before that, it's 4 on the A string, 6 and 5, same thing that we did before, but now it now changes. We're gonna do a bar on the B string and on the G string, and we're gonna strike 4 and 4. Okay, and then we're gonna use the 7th position of the D string, and then that's moving. 5 on the B string, hammer on to 7, pull off back to 5, and then that 4 on the G string, hammer on to 6, and we end on the second fret of the G string. And then we do that. So on the D string, 4, hammer on to 6, and then on the G string, 4, hammer on to 6, and pull off back to 4, and we end on the D string on the 6th position. Let's go one more time. And to finish the section, we do that. It's 4 again, 6 like we did before, again to the B string, 5, hammer on to 7, pull off back to 5. And then we do that. We can go to 6 or maybe 4 on the G string. 4 on the G string, then 4 and 4 at the same time on the G and on the D. And then we go to G sharp. I'm having a hard time pronouncing that. It's just a letter. I don't know what is going on. So resuming, it's again same thing. 5, 7, pull off to 5, then 4 at the same time, and then G sharp. There we go. And then to end the section and start with the main solo, we're gonna do. So it's 4 on the D string, slide 6, 4 on the G string, then 6 on the G string, and strike 4 twice. And after that, you just connect with the second solo. Okay, so the second solo, after we were doing that on the verses, you're gonna go to the 9th position on the G string. You're gonna strike many times, and then we're gonna go to 11 on the G string, slide to 13, and then go to 11 on the D string. Then we do a unison bend. We just strike it many times on the 12th of the B string and 9 on the E string, both at the same time, and we do a bend on the B string. And now the last time we do it, we do a release on the 12th and a pull off to 9. Okay, and then 11 on the G string, 9 on the B string, and we do that. We go to 11 on the G string, and we do a bend twice. Then we go again to 11, we do a bend, and we do that. Just bend, release, pull off to 9 on the G string again, and then 11 on the D string. Okay, so the next section. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna go to 11 on the G string. We're gonna do a bend and a bar on the B and on the E string on the 9th position. It's just strike 9 on the B, 9 on the E. Then 12 on the B string, slide to 14, and then 12 on the E string, then 14 on the E string, okay, and then 14 again, and we do a bend. One more time. Now when we are doing the bend, we strike again, we do the release, a pull off from 14 to 12. Oh, one more time. Then strike 14 again, and then we do a pre-bend on the 14, okay, a pre-bend, like going to 16, and then just strike one time doing the pre-bend. And then we're going to go to 12 on the E string, and we do that, just 12, we do a bend, we do the release, again 12, then 14, and 12 on the E string, 14 on the B string of course, and then 12 on the E. And then to finish the section, we go to 14, and then we do that, it's just strike 14, we do the bend, then we do the release, strike 14 again, and then again the same thing. We do the bend, strike, do the release 14 without bend, again bend, strike, and we just alternate this, doing the bend and not doing the bend. And then to finish, we go to 13 on the G string. Let's go one more time. Okay, so the next section, it's with a slide. I'm going to show you where to play it. Not going to use a slide right now, but I'm going to show you where you can use it. First, you're going to do a slide to the 11 position on the D string, then from 11 to 14, then 14 to 16, back to 11. Then again, slide to 11. And to finish, we're going to do that. So we're going to do 9, slide to 11, then 11, slide to 13, and then 11, back to 9, and 9, 11, and you finish on the 6 on the G string. One more time. And then the next section of the solo comes in, which is the best part of the song. Okay, so the next part of the solo, we're gonna do the following. We're gonna do that. So again, it's 12. Okay, in octaves, we're gonna do 12 on the E string and 9 on the G string, and the B string we have to mute it with this finger. We just strike 4 times. Then again, we just move to 11 and 14, then 13 and 16, and then 16 and 19. We do that. And now the next section, we're going to do, oh sorry, we're going to do that. Now in the original track, it's kind of confusing because he's using a wah-wah pedal. I'm not going to use it right now because it's going to confuse you. So what we are going to do is, we're going to do that. So it's 11 on the G string to do a bend, then do a bar on the B string and on the E string, then 9 on the B, 9 on E, then 12 on the B string, do a bend, then 9 on the E, 12 on the B, 9 on the B, and then 11 on the G string, do a bend, and then 9 on the B string, 9 on the E string again. Then 12 again on the B string, 9 again on the B string. And now we're going to do, we're going to do that. So 11 on the G string, we do a bend, we kill the bend, we do the release without playing it, hearing it. Then 11 on the G string, 9 on the G string, then 11 on the D string, back to 9 on the G string, again 11 on the G string, and we just do 11 one more time, and we do a bend. Let's go on one more time, the whole section. One more time. Next section. We're going to do something like that. So basically what we are using, it's the first and the second string, the E string and the B string. To start, we're going to do a bend, a large bend on the 12th of the B string. Okay, and that's the main movement. It's 9 on the E string, 12 on the B string, then 9 on the E, 11 on the E, back to 9 on the E, then 12 on the B string, 9 on the B, back to 12 on the B string. Then 9 on the E string, 11 on the E string, 9 on the E string, back to 12 on the B string, 9 on the B string, 12 on the B string, and then 9 on the E, and we finish with 11 on the E string. Let me show you in slow tempo. One more time. And the next section, do that. So it's 12 on the B string, we do a bend, 9 on the E string, 12 again, bend, 9 on the E string. That's moving. Then we do that, 11 on the G string, we do a bend and strike 9 on the B, 9 on the E, then 12 on the B string, 9 on the B string, and then that's the final movement. It's 11, we do a bend, we kill the bend, and we strike 9 on the G string. One more time. Now and to finish with this section, we do that. This is the same unison bend we did before. 12 on the B string and 9 on the E string. Just do the bend, and then 14 and 11. And the next section comes in. Okay, so the next section, I would recommend, if you're using the wah-wah, just leave the wah-wah in the lower position, okay? And it's going to sound as the record. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to play it. You can play it your own way. If you follow the same places, same patterns, it's going to sound just like the song. First, what we need to do is we're going to do that. So we're going to go to 11 on the E string and 9 on the B string. We strike one time, and then strike on the 9 and on the B string 4 times. Then we're going to do a slide to the 8 on the G string, and we do that. So 7 on the E string, 7 on the B string, and then one time on the 7 on the 9 of the E string, and then again 7 and 7 on the E string and on the B string. One more time. Then on G string, slide to 6, and we strike, just strike one time on the 5th of the E string and on the B string. One more time. And then we're going to do that. So it's 8 on the B string, 9 on the G string. We strike 4 times. We're going to do a slide to the 10 and the 11 of the G string. And we finish sliding to the 12 and on the 13 of the B and the G string. And then we just slide one more time. Next, we're gonna go to the D string. We're gonna do a slide to 11, and we're gonna do that. It's the same, pretty much the same thing than before. 9, slide to 11, then bar on the E string and on the B string. On the 9, we just strike once, then 11 and 9, and 9 and 9 twice. Then we're gonna go slide to the 8 like before. We're gonna strike 7 and 8 on the B and on the G string, and we're gonna do that. So 7 and 8, and then 9 on the E, 7 on the B, and 8 on the G, and then we strike 3 times. You can strike twice on the 7 on the E, 7 on the B, and 8 on the G. And then slide to the 6 on the G string and strike twice on the 5th of the E and on the B string. And after that, we're gonna do is just do a muted note. Just put your hand over the strings so you can kill the sound. We just need to hear a dead note. Let me go again. And then same thing, 9 on the D string, slide to 11, again bar on the 9, 11, 9, strike 9 again, and same thing than before, slide to 8 on the G string, 7 and 7, 9 and 7, and then 7 and 7 again, same thing with it before. I'm just not repeating all of the whole explanation again, and then slide to 6, 5 on the E and on the B. And same thing than before, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13. Let's go one more time. And after that, it's pretty simple. We do that. So it's unison bands, pretty much. It's 12 on the B string, and 9 on the E string, same thing as before. We just do the bend and strike many times. Then again 14 to 11, then 15 and 12, then 17 and 14, and we finish that section on the 19 doing a bend. Okay, so the next verse comes in, the last verse comes in, and we're gonna do the next. Gonna do something like that. It's 4 on the E, 4 on the A, 6 on the D, and 5 on the B, same thing as before. Second, 4 and 4, and open second and second. And then we're gonna go 4 on the A, 6 on the D, and then 5 on the B, hammer on to 7, pull off to 5. And then we're gonna go 4 on the G, 4 on the D, 4 on the B string, and 4 on the G again. And then we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. So 5 and 4 of the B and the G string, strike both at the same time, hammer on the on the B string from 5 to 7, pull off back to 5, and then strike 4 of the G string, and then do that. Hammer on from 4 of the D string to 6, and then that 5 and 4 of the B and the G, slide to 7 and 6, back to 5 and 4. We did this before many times. Let's go one more time. I'm sorry. Next section. It's pretty much the same thing. It is 4, 6, and 5. Second, 4 and 4. Open second and second, and then we're gonna go 5 on the E string and on the B string, both at the same time. After you do that, hammer on to 7 on the B string, pull off back to 5, and then we do that. It's 5 and 6 on the B and on the G string. Strike it twice. Then 4, hammer on to 6, and then again same thing than before. 5 and 4 on the B and on the G string. Slide to 7 and 6, back to 5 and 4. Okay, so the next part, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. If you listen to the second, to the actual song, you're gonna listen to that. It's right there. So what we're gonna do is 5 on the B string, hammer on to 7, pull off back to 5, and then we're gonna go to 6, and it's kind of a muted note, kind of like that. 6 on the G string, then 4 on the G string, and you can play G and D string, and then on the 4 on the D string, you strike 5 times. And then 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, and 5 on the B string. we do a dead note twice, and same thing we did before. Strike 5 and 4 at the same time, hammer on the B string, pull off back to 5, strike 4 on the G string, and then again on the D string, hammer on to 6, and again 5, 4 on the B and on the G string, slide to 7 and 6, and slide back to 5 and 4. One more time. I'm sorry. Sorry. And then the next section comes in. Okay, so the next section. Okay, so what we're gonna do, it's gonna go 4 on the A string. It's like doing the chord 4, then second 4 and 4, and then G sharp, open A, and second and second fret of the D and the G. We did this many times. And now what we're going to do is, we're going to do that. Is 5 on the E string and 5 on the B string, both at the same time. We just do a hammer on to the B string, and then 4 on the G string, hammer on to 6, and then 6 on the D string. And then we finish with 5 and 4, slide to 7, 6, back to 5 and 4. Now what we're going to do is, I'm sorry. What we're going to do is 5 on the B string, hammer on to 7, and pull off back to 5. And then 4 on the G string, hammer on to 6, back to 4 on the G string, 4 on the D string, 4 on the G string again, and 4 of the D string again. One more time. That's the movement. And then we can do that. So on the D string, second, hammer on to the 4th position, pull off back to 2nd, then 4 on the A string, 2nd on the A string, 4 of the A string again, then 2nd on the D string, 4 on the D string, slide to 6, and then 4 on the G string. Let's go one more time. And then same thing again, 5 and 4, slide to 7 and 6, back to 5 and 4. And to finish with the section, we do that. It's 4 on the A string, 6 on the D string, and then 5, hammer on to 7 of the B string, and pull off back to 5. And then 4 on the G string, 4 on the D string, back to 4 on the G string, and 4 again of the D string. Same thing than before. And we finish with that chord, 7 on the D string, 6 on the G string, and the B, it's open, and we strike the E open again. Now I just strike it once on the actual record. We just do it many times, and then the next section comes in. Okay, so the final part of the song, it's actually quite simple, because we did it before. We actually did sort of a final part. So it's all unison bends. So it's 12 on the B string and 9 on the E string. We just do the unison bend, and we just strike many times. Then again 14 and 11. Now there's a tiny variation right here. We do 14 and even. So when we are doing the unison bend, the last time we do it, we do that. It's 12 on the E, 11 on on the E string, and then 14 again on the B, and then just go back to unison bend. Then go back again to 12 and 9, and then go back to, and then we just go back to 14 and 12, then 15 and 12, I'm sorry, 14 and 11, then 15 and 12, then 17 and 14, then 19 and 16, and then to finish with the song, we're just gonna go to 19, we're gonna do a bend, and we're gonna strike it many times, doing alternate picking. So basically it's something like that. We just do alternate picking till the song ends, and that's pretty much it. If you got to this part, congratulations. It's not an easy song, and it's a long song.